Oops, that's jogged a bit. Right, I thought I'd do one more week of the portrait project, but obviously you're welcome to keep going with this during December. I'm going to do a little bit on, for anybody who's interested, on the Lino printing next week, so I'll bring all the Lino stuff back. For those of you that are going to make a start on that. We've got Vanessa starting with us today. Vanessa used to come to my Monday class when we used to have a Monday class a few years ago. And good to see Charles back. Good to see you.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking about it.
No, just to see you back. So the last couple of weeks, the demos have all been on drawing and painting features. So last week I did a little bit on drawing them out. And I know a lot of you want to be putting them all together and making the portrait. And I did think to perhaps start another one, but I thought I found these old ones. I thought it'd be quite interesting to just carry on a bit with these. These are from years ago. These are both photographs. I think one of my students might have had a look with these here, and we scanned a few of these. The photographer called Steve McCurry, who does these very, very famous images, some of these. So the way I've approached these two pictures, I was just looking at them. This one, I think I've just done a little bit of line work with a pastel pencil, and then just looking at this, it looks like I put a little bit of background colour on, just to get because this is a white board, and I'll just do a little bit more, perhaps just a little bit of something in the background, just to take away the whiteness really, but I can then sort of work into that and work some of the details. Let's just find that. This one, I'll do that another way. I'll do a little bit on this one. So, just thinking her skin tones are quite sort of warm, olivey, not olivey, sort of quite a warm colour. So I'm using a little bit of cadmium yellow and a little bit of alizarin. And usually when I'm trying to create some sort of skin tone, I tend to use this sort of orange yellow quite a bit, and I quite like this sort of slightly purpley red. I find those are quite nice for making skin tones. And then some titanium white. I do add some of the other colours as well sometimes. So sometimes a little bit of the burnt umber or any of these others. I don't often use yellow ochre, but I've got it there, and I just thought maybe I'll try that. But quite a lot of people like to use yellow ochre when they're painting skin tone. I'm thinking just some slightly shadowy, darker colours in places, and really trying to look for the light and dark to start with, and then obviously she's got a lot of wrinkles, so I'll try and get a sense of the shapes first, and then into the details and wrinkles and things, so that she's got quite strong shadows around here. And that just goes into shadow there. I think once I'm at that stage, that's the point at which I would then try and paint, individual wrinkles and things like that. So I go to a slightly smaller brush, and just try to mix a nice brownish colour. And then say this wrinkle here, I could just try and draw that in. And sometimes it helps not to have the line too solid, so I could maybe just soften it out a little bit with my finger here and there, just smudge it slightly. Maybe just change the colour a little bit here and there. And then, so there's like a shadow, but it's also slightly catching the light as well. So if I go for a lighter tone, very light enough, no, a bit lighter than that, just a bit lighter. I'm going to make that even lighter just so you can see it. So where the light's catching the other side of the wrinkle, that's creating a little bit of a highlight. So it's really just kind of careful observation, just trying to get a little bit of something in each area. I've done a little bit of the same here. There's some shadow lines and there's some highlight lines. So what I'm using here is the water mixable oils, just because I find them nice and easy to use. The paint, you know, the colour mixes I've got down here will stay wet for a while. I find them quite easy to use now. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.